بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم إني أبرأ من حولي وقوتي إلى حولك وقوتك. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم آمين. Today we're going to start inshallah in جزء النبأ, and all the juz of Surah Al-Naba is speaking about main concept or main goal is the day of resurrection or the day of the judgment day. Okay, you will find each surah that we're speaking about in Juz al-Naba, the main goal and the main scenes that we will be passing by is about the day of resurrection. Here in Surah al-Naba today, we'll be starting with a question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Amma yatasa'alun. It's a question. عما يتساءلون. What are they asking about? They are asking each other. Of course, the people of Quraysh, the tribe of Quraysh living with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are questioning. What they are questioning, this is the question. عما يتساءلون. What they are asking each other about, what they are questioning. And the answer comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, عن النبأ العظيم. They are asking each other about the great news, the huge news. And there's a difference between, of course, you will find this a lot in the ayat of the Quran, and the Arabic vocabulary is more rich than the English vocabulary. So we might have one word in the English that have a lot of meanings in the Arabic, because of course the vocabulary in the Arabic is much, much richer than the English. So, and Naba is the great news. But there is difference between النبأ and الخبر. الخبر, it's like a normal news. It's an ordinary news. I might tell you that tomorrow the temperature will be, for example, 21 degrees. This is news. This is like simple kind of news. It's not very interesting. But I might tell you there have been an earthquake in Ireland, for example. So this is a great news. And also النبأ, it's a great news that cannot be declined, cannot be refused. But al-khabar maybe it's true news and it might be a false news. So here, عن النبأ العظيم, they are questioning each other about النبأ العظيم, the great news. And this great news, of course, is the day of judgment. It's the dreadful, the horrifying, the overwhelming information about the day of judgment. الذي هم فيه مختلفون. And this news, this naba, they are disagreeing with each other about it. They are being divided. Some of them are believing, some of them are disbelieving. So after this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started to give threatening to these disbelievers in Quraysh, telling كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون. No, they will come to know and they will surely know. And again, they will surely and definitely know. What they will be knowing, كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون. This is meaning the first one, كلا سيعلمون, they will know when their souls will be getting out on the first minutes of their death. ثم كلا سيعلمون is in the end when they will be entering the hellfire. So it have this meaning that it's surely they will know, or they will surely know when they will start to see these scenes. Because when the person is starting to get into the death seconds, the minutes of death, this is the first scenes of the day of resurrection. So they will surely know when the angels come to take violently their souls, they will surely know that the day of resurrection is true. And they will surely know in the end when they will be ending in the hellfire. Because, of course, they are disbelievers. Then comes the next ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning his power, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the proof of his ability to resurrect the death. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can turn back all of these death into the day of resurrection. أَلَمْ نَجْعَلِ الْأَرْضَ مِهَادًا. This, as we call, is the mental evidence of the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making the proof of his ability subhanahu wa ta'ala and his power. أَلَمْ نَجْعَلِ الْأَرْضَ مِهَادًا. Haven't we smoothed out this earth like a bed? That they can be moving over this earth, they are living over this earth, and it's totally smooth for them. وَالْجِبَالَ أَوْتَادًا, and these mountains are like pegs, and the pegs, it's like when you have a tent and you want to make this tent is standing still, you are making it still with these pegs. So these mountains, وَالْجِبَالَ أَوْتَادًا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created these mountains as a pegs for the earth to hold it in its place and make it stable, make it firm. So it will be very suitable for these creatures, all the creatures, the living and the animals, to be dwelling, and it will not be shaking with them dwelling on it. وَالْجِبَالَ أَوْتَادًا وَخَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا, and have created you in pairs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created everything in pairs, males and females. So they will be enjoying each other and making a procreation, achieving generation after generation. وَخَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. As in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mentioned, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have made from these signs that He have created for you wives among them, that you have لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, that you may find repose in them. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after mentioning وَخَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of these blessings, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala counting the blessings over the disbelievers. وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا, and we have made this sleep as a rest for you. And this is a blessing that you might not be getting noticing, that you are closing your eyes and getting rest. This is a blessing, because sometimes you're very tired but you can't sleep. You are getting into bed and you're just waking up for hours and hours, you can't get some sleep to complete your next day. Subhanallah. So وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this sleeping as a rest for you. This is a blessing. وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created and made this night as a cover for you. وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا, and the opposite, you have this morning for your own livelihood. So you will be moving here and there during the day and getting to your own business in the morning. وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا وَبَنَيْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعًا شِدَادًا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying وَبَنَيْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعًا شِدَادًا, have built above you 7 mighty heavens. These are the 7 heavens over us. It doesn't have any cracks, it doesn't have any mistakes, it doesn't have anything in these 7 skies. وَبَنَيْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعًا شِدَادًا وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَاجًا, and in this sky, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have placed in them the sun. سِرَاجًا وَهَاجًا is a lamp that's burning, and this burning lamp, it's the sun to glow and to make them the morning shine. وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ الْمُعْصِرَاتِ مَاءً ثَجَّاجًا, and have sent down from the rain clouds. Al-Mu'sirati, these are the rain clouds full of rain. ماء ثجاجا, a pouring water that's falling a lot and a lot poured over the earth. And why is this water is poured over the earth? لنخرج به حبا ونباتا, this to produce a lot of grains and various kinds of plants. حبا ونباتا. وجنات ألفافا, and dense of gardens that have a lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables that you will be eating from, and all of the cattle will be eating from. وَجَنَّاتٍ أَلْفَافًا, this is various fruits, different colors, a lot of variety of tastes. Subhanallah, you might have only one name, one only fruit. The grapes, for example, it have various colors, various tastes. It's like the long black grapes, or the red grapes, or the yellow grapes, or the green grapes. Subhanallah, all of these are only in one kind of fruit. وَجَنَّاتٍ أَلْفَافًا, a lot of gardens that have a lot of various fruits. and different colors. وَجَنَّاتٍ أَلْفَافًا. All of these blessings, you should be thankful. After like counting these blessings that you have, you should be worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. You shouldn't be taking the idols to worship. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is threatening them again. إِنَّ يَوْمَ الْفَصْلِ كَانَ مِيقَاتًا. If you didn't believe, okay, just wait until the day of resurrection, the day of decision. يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا. Indeed, the day of decision, كان ميقاتا, is appointed. This day is in a fixed time and it's set with appointment, ميقاتا. This time cannot be added, cannot be decreased. No one knows its exact time but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in another surah, وَمَا نُؤَخِّرُهُ إِلَّا لِأَجَلٍ مَعْدُودٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only delay it for a fixed time and a fixed term. On that day, يَوْمَ يُنْفَخُ فِي الصُّورِ فَتَأْتُونَ أَفْوَاجًا. On that day, there will be the trumpet that will be blown. We have two blowns on that day. The first blown when everything and every creature and every living thing over this earth will be dead. This is the first blown. The second blown, that every dead creature that since Adam alayhi salam until the end of time will be come and rise alive again, getting ready for accounting. So here subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning يَوْمَ يُنْفَخُ فِي الصُّورِ فَتَأْتُونَ أَفْوَاجًا. So this is the second trumpet, the second blown, because they will be coming in crowds. And فَتَأْتُونَ أَفْوَاجًا, they are coming in groups. That they mentioned it's coming that each nation coming with his messenger. فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا. And these skies that you have been saying, it doesn't have any cracks, it doesn't have any faults, that you can see this, the same sky in Egypt is the same color that is in the US, the same skies in Saudi Arabia, the same skies over Africa. Subhanallah, all of these huge skies will be opened. فتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا. All these skies are be getting opened as doors. And these doors that the angels are coming down to earth, getting ready for the day of resurrection, getting ready for delivering the books of the every person have done for accounting. وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا. And these mountains, remember we have mentioned the mountains, and these mountains are being as a pegs that they keeping this earth as still. سيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا. This, it's like a mirage. It will be something like it's blown away and you will not be seeing it anymore. It's like a mirage that have been vanished. Like in the another ayah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, وَتَرَى الْجِبَالَ تَحْسَبُهَا جَامِدَةً وَهِيَ تَمُرُّ مَرَّ السَّحَابِ. That when you see these mountains and you think they are solid, but they will be passing away like the clouds. Subhanallah. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْعِهْنِ الْمَنْفُوشِ. It's like the wool, it will be thrown away. So سُيِّرَتِ الْجِبَالُ فَكَانَتْ سَرَابًا. It will be like a mirage, it will not be existing anymore. They appear to the one who looks at them that they are something, but when you actually doesn't have anything and you cannot find it, will be completely removed. يوم تبدل الأرض غير الأرض. Subhanallah, the earth will be totally changed. وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا. You're speaking about the punishment for those disbelievers. They will be in Jahannam. إن جهنم كانت مرصادا. This Jahannam, the hellfire, will be مرصادا. It's like waiting in preparation. It's like when you are like driving in a highway, you have some cameras that will catch you if you passed like a definite kind of speed. So subhanallah, this Jahannam will be catching the disbelievers from the earth at that time. للطاغين مآبا. It's for these طاغين, those who are disobedient, these are rejectors for the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. مآبا. It's a dwelling place. It's the place that they will be returning. They will be returning to the hellfire because each kind of person and each person have two places, one place in the hellfire and one place in Jannah. So if he have been living his life on the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have ordered us to, he will be ending to inherit his own place in Jannah, and the place in hellfire, another disbeliever will be taking it. And if, may Allah forbid, the opposite happens, he will be returned to his place in the hellfire, and his place in the Jannah will be inherited from another kind of belief. So here, للطاغين مآبة, it will be a place for them to return. They will be their final destination, and that will be its own residence. لابثين فيها أحقابا. They will be there in this hellfire, remaining in it أحقابا. It's like a plural of حقب, and حقب is like a very long period of time. So they will be changing. They said that أحقابا, each period of time, they will have a definite kind of punishment, a definite kind of torture. And when it changes, they have another kind of torture. May Allah protect us. Allahumma ameen. لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا. They will not be tasting any kind of coolness, بردا, nor شرابا, or they will having any drink that will make this hellfire over them like a little bit less. They will not find any kind of coolness in the hellfire for their hearts, nor any kind of drink for their own bodies. So subhanallah, they have mentioned that this burden will be their own for the hearts, and sharaba for their own kind of bodies. إلا حميم hellfire, no, إلا حميما وغساقا, except حميما وغساقا. And they have mentioned that the hamim is the solution that's being dropped from a burned skin. Subhanallah. إلا حميما وغساقا. And I'm sorry, the opposite. حميما is the boiling water, and غساقا, this is the solutions coming out from a burned skin. إلا حميما وغساقا. And everything that's this scene, that's very hard scene that now we are seeing for these disbelievers in the hellfire, why they are getting this جزاء وفاقا. This is a fitting reward. This is their own kind of reward for what they have done. They have disbelieved in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have refused to follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is own repayment. This is a recompense for them. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't feel that pity over them. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا. They never expected they will be accounted after that. They didn't expect to have accounting day or believe in the day for judgment. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا, and totally disbelieved and rejected all the signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have sent them. كذابة meaning a lot and like continuous kind of denying and disbelieving. وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابة. They denied the evidences that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have sent them, the proofs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have sent them, and everything that He subhanahu wa ta'ala have revealed to His messengers. So they met these proofs with rejection. Subhanallah. So this is their own kind of reward. وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا. And everything and all the things we have recorded in the book. Surely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the deeds of every kind of creature, and have written each deed for them in their own books, and the reward will be based upon this. So we should be taking care of our own deeds. We'll be taking care of our own moves in this life. Everything is counted. Everything is recorded. Subhanallah, if you have like a meeting like this, you said that this meeting is being recorded, and for example, we're going to send it to your teacher, so she will be listening and taking care and like revising every word that you have been saying. You will be taking care of every single letter. Subhanallah. What about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking about himself, that everything is recorded by him. So you should be taking care for every step and every move that we are taking in our lives. It's all recorded. Everything is recorded, everything is written. And subhanallah, the most scary thing that you will be reading it loudly. You will be reading your own deeds over all the humankind on the day of resurrection. You will be taking your own book and reading it loudly over all humankind. May Allah ease this day over us. فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. This is also a kind of punishment. It's emotional punishment. Okay, take more and taste more from this hellfire, from this hamim مغسى. They will be told, taste this punishment. فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. All you will get from us is more and more punishment. As we have mentioned, it's جزاء وفاق. إن للمتقين مفازا. And subhanallah, all the ayat of the Quran have the two kind of scenes. You have both scenes together. In all the ayat of the Quran, you find the ayat of the torture, ayat of the punishment, and as soon as you feel that your heart is getting melted, you will find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving you the reward of the disbelievers, the believers, sorry. So جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نستغفرك ونتوب إليك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك وأن محمدا عبدك ورسولك. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.